Hello YouTubers, hello Starfield players, welcome back. Dreadis here. Well, someone asked me about making a ship because I just did a ship video, and the ship video was for this ship right here. So this is the one that you just saw behind me. But this is the one, the Varun Prophecy 3. This is the whaler ship that I just did. And let's do a quick tour. We have the Space Goose. The Space Goose uses the big bay here, the HopeX hangar, and it has the pool in it as well. Then I have the gunship. So this is before the HopeX hangar. This is before the DP mod. These are some of the ships that I made. The Kenworth, Enterprise, the Razor Leaf, and this one is the one with the HopeX hangar. And I got a little Frontier here, which I haven't wanted to change. So yeah, we're back into this one here. Now the ship, as you can see, it has the HopeX hangar underneath. And then I've got the Nova Galactic Habit CX bridge. So what I was thinking of doing with this one was I got the ship to this point, but instead of just going and doing a destruction and remake, I'm gonna actually go and go through the video and just during the entire choice, right? So it'll be a little bit longer, and you'll see why I made certain decisions and such. And as you can see, it's basically a boat, but this one has some interesting stats, especially you start getting to this size. And one of the things that I was looking at is the landing gear. You can see I've got 3 landing gear back here, the NG-20s. Then I have a pair of Hope 5 landing gear in the front. And then I've got the HopeX hangar in the middle. So that's kind of the layout, right? But then there's also a big space back here for more DP parts, and another one up here for more bays. So it's just figuring out how all these things are going to fit in here. And the bays that I'm going to add are going to be ones like, you see, the ship needs to be big enough in order to be able to fit these pieces. So we've got like the EPA master bathroom along with the captain's quarters. Then we have the DPA hab machine room, but there's also the DPA hab pool. So these two are interchangeable. So basically you just want to have one spot for either of these. So like if you're going to make a industrial ship, then you'd use the machine room. If you're going to make like a leisure ship, then you use the pool. And then with the DPA command center, and then there's DPA hab with a 3x3x3 health center. So again, it's the same kind of thing, right? Like if you're going to do a war type ship, you're going to want the DPA command center. And if you want like a cruiser, like a cruise ship or a pleasure ship, then a DPA hab 3x3x3 health center along with the pool. So those will be the two styles for this ship. So in order to make the nose, we use this piece here, nose shroud cap C, plus then the Stroud Cap AY90 and the Stroud Nose Cap B. And I also have a SPE splitter in here. And so the one piece that I made was this one here. Okay. So this is all one piece like that. And where you want that is right in here, but it's not able to clip in a proper way. So I have a set of galleons, and so the galleons, it can go and sit here or here. I'm not sure exactly where it's clipping on, but it is clipping on, right? So set that in there, then this hooks onto the galleons. It's actually better to put I think you only need one really. Just like so. And then this is kind of repeated. You can see it's repeated here and here. But then this one here. Then we use the Deimos belly one to go and create the overhang and the upper deck. And so it ends up being 5 wide. So there's all that. Now the spaces in the front here, let's see, so that's the gap opening. This is for the machine room. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like that's not the right spot. It wasn't. Hovering between 2 heights. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to grab this piece here. And use it like a key. There we go. And so it kind of leaves that gap inside there. And then I'm not sure if it has an open roof. It looks like it does. I don't know if I want to cover it with this. A little bit open still. And then in the back, where does this one go? So there should be enough room in here. Yeah. I had to put these in order just to hold it in place. Because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it, and they're so expensive. Like this one is 235,000 for the command center. So yeah, if you want it, you really want it. There we go. Okay, so this is all empty right now, but that would be how that would work. Right. So then it's figuring out all the rest of these things. How they hook up. What kind of things we'd like to add to it. You can see how this is just barely underneath. I don't even know if that affects the look of the cockpit. We should probably take a look at that. So what I might do is I might run like a corridor through, so I can at least get into the ship and walk through it. Start that way. Well, the one thing I like about it is it goes and it has this garage. It makes it a bit bigger, but the Daymog doesn't get crushed. And it like is parked right in here. So, yeah, there it is. There's the ship. Looks good.
They're slowing down now.
This planet has heavier gravity. Yeah, you can drive on it.
I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
Less gray, right? Yeah, so it ends up being a very smooth transition across the ship, right?
And off we go.
Yeah, so I like it. Drive right in here. Put the Daymog up on the hoist. Let's go take a look in the cockpit and make sure that it's not obstructed. So yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't know the elevator was right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. There'll be a little bit in the floor here. That's about it. That's pretty good. Yeah. I haven't put all the place doors yourselves in yet. So.
Another dead rock. Well, at least we can scour the place for materials.
At least. So I like this design, but if I was to move that there and that there, then I have access to that front open spot. And I kind of like that better. So I'm going to go with that. As far as the fastback design, we may still be keeping that. So the engine is kind of in the way. So I have the DPA 800G helium-3 tank, the DPA Insanity 8000 grav reactor, and then I have a Vanguard Recon grav drive, just a little Class A. So that's the engine right there. That's all the entire engine of this ship in that little tiny form. But that needs to go somewhere. So instead of having this space taken up with these hab units, I'm going to go and put them down in here. Right? So there is another, what is this one here? Okay, yeah, that's that unit right there. So that's kind of good. So I'm going to take this one, drop it down there. Take this one, drop it down in there. And this unit can go there. There we are. And if I want, I can just put this on top. That's good. I just won't access it. And it won't be in the way. And all the engine stuff is up in the front. So now I'm going to grab the front living compartments. Just move them off to the side here. And I want to see what all I have going on here, because it looks like we have this as well. And that was underneath this. So am I going to be able to have access to it, or is this going to end up being something else? So as far as this unit goes, there's only 3 points of access that we're going to use. So we'll use this one on the side, this one on this side, and this one in the middle. And that's it. Those three will be the main ways into those. Then that goes there, right there, and something will go there. So I'm replacing it with SPE Control Station 3x1, which has a 6 crew station. The SPE Mess Hall C 2x3 top, no hydroponics, passenger slot of 4, and SPE all-in-one berth 3x1 with a passenger slot of 4 as well. So we'll get rid of these. Bring that up. So here I've got the EPA hab with the passageway. So it's passageway on this side, across, passageway along, and then on this side we have starboard doors here and here for the all-in-one berth. And then this unit then gets moved up. And then this unit has nothing on it, so it goes there, there. Okay, so now that front section is ready to be put into the ship. And I don't know if I want to have this anymore. It's gonna be interesting to see if that piece survives. Alright, so now I'm selecting everything from this section of the ship, the midsection. This is still on top of the HopeX hangar. And it has the Connect Pro docker and the Cabot bridge. So I don't think this needs to be a 4-story elevator. It only needs to be a 3. And there's probably going to need to be a companionway on the top floor. Right there. And then that'll be for the... Oh wait, we have the docker over here. We don't necessarily need that. There is only one room that would go perfect on top of there. And that would be the Owltech transporter room. So that way you come up the elevator, you go in the bottom floor of the bridge, come up the stairs, go to the bridge. Then you've got the transporter room there if you need to use it. I'm not sure if they're going to ever make it functional. The way I would do it if I was to have any say, it would have to be that you could have the transporter room work for, like, let's say you had a bunch of ships. So you had, like, this would be maybe your main ship, but then you have a couple of other ships that go along with you on in your fleet, and you're able to basically jump ship using the transporter room and go to the other ship. Or let's say this ship gets destroyed or something, and then you just appear in the other ship. So I have everything in this stack that I want to fit into this space here. I'm going to grab that and move it out of the way. And we'll start with this bathroom here, the SPE bathroom. And we will put a port door. I want a jalousie. Doesn't matter which one. That one, that doesn't have a window in it. And it's a bathroom. And then we have the SPE companionway. I'm going to put 2 entrances. I don't know if I should just do the one in the middle or have one on, like 2, one on each side. I find one on each side is better just because if you can't get through a door, you can just run around to the other one in case they're blocking you. So then we have that piece. This here, the docker doesn't need a place doors yourself there, so don't worry about that. Okay, then we have a living quarters, and we have a workshop, so we will need these doors right here. Well, passageways. And in the middle we have the elevator. So again, one in the middle as well. So before we do that, we'll take the elevator and need one of these here as well. So you can run through it. And then the other space is this living quarters right here. We're going to want to be able to do that as well. Then we'll want one for the back, because that is going to be this companionway. That companionway then goes to the back here to the command center from this elevator. And on either side here, I have a 5-story elevator and a 5-story staircase. And I haven't hooked those up yet. I'm just doing this section. I'm going to put the entrance over here too. This should make it easier to walk around in the ship just by having all these doors open. So here's the elevator stack. So we've got a Jealousy starboard, and that one is for Andrasia's room. We have another Jealousy starboard for Barrett's room. This is the crew. And at the back here we have a passage along, and we have a Varun all-in-one berth. Goes there. Then I've got, well, there's Cora's room and Sam's room, but I need to add those in order to add Cora's room. And we'll do the same on this side with these Jealousies for Sam's room. Then on the next floor we have the Hope Tech Hacker Hab, and I just put a regular passage there so it's open to here. And then in behind that is the Varun Captain's Quarters, so I have a Jealousy 4 there. On this side we have the door starboard to the Owltech Vault. So that's a regular door, lockable door. And then for the front, we don't need to have a opening for the Cabot CX bridge. It just automatically slots in there. And then I've got Sarah's room here. And for Sarah, we're going to put a Jealousy 4. Well, I mean, it's just going to end up being a door, because again, it just hooks up automatically. So we don't need to worry about putting a door there. And that is everything for that area. So next we're going to grab all the aft compartments. And I don't know if it grabbed everything. That's the 2x1. So it's this one here. Yeah, like so. Okay. Now we could probably put these two back. So this is a Varun mess hall, and that attaches onto this level here. So this is like the crew mess hall, or the crew area. Let's move that out of the way. This is gonna have to go there. Shoot. That's the captain's quarters, so yeah, the all-in-one berth. And we didn't get this one either. So let's see, the all-in-one berth, that went to there. like so. And then this one is going to need to have all the doors, well, opened. And it's supposed to go up to the captain's quarters. Well, that could be a problem. So I'm thinking about the overall flow in the ship. So I think because this goes to this floor, it doesn't go all the way up to the captain's quarters. But this elevator here is a 3-story elevator. And I don't know if it actually can go to like a, oh, there we go. Yeah, no, it can, it'll come, bleh, it can only do 3 stories. But I could use it as my 5 right here. And then use this, switch this one over to the 2 stair. And then have that on the upper floor. Right there. And then this one, which is the T, so it's just a companionway 2x1. I can use a 3x1 instead. But then this one doesn't allow openings on all sides like this one does. So no, it was a bad idea. Forget that one. Control Z. There it is. All back to where it was. So this command center, it only has openings down the middle on both sides. So I only have a few spots where I can put it. So I would assume this ship is for housing like a fleet admiral because you have the command center. So the admiral's going to need a good place, like a nice place to stay. Question is, are they going to be okay with this maroon captain's quarters, or would they want something a little bit more standard? Like this SPE captain quarter 2x1 4. So this one only has openings on the one side. The back is kind of blocked off. So that's going to go over there. And we're going to add, I've already got the door for there, but then I need to put all this other stuff around it. Let's grab this. Put it in there. And now we got to fill up the rest of the space. Alright, so we're going and putting them on this side, but we're not putting it on this side because the HopeX hangar, you don't need to put doors on that side. You gotta leave them blank or else it won't register. So this is the companionway, and then I've got another 2 companionways here to complete that stack. So it's a bunch of hallways really up to this all-in-one berth. And then we have these 2 stacks here. Now, because these companionways, that's the ones that goes here and here, they aren't going to hook up to these elevators. So that means they're going to be extensions of these 2 units. So this one's the Trident Workshop, and this one is a living quarters. So it'll probably be another living quarters right there, and then maybe something to do with another vehicle right there. So because these elevators and staircases do go all the way up to the top here, I'm going to move this hacker hab, and I'm going to switch it with the captain's quarters. We'll have to switch that to a door or a jalousie. And this one here, we're going to switch it to passageway. Put the hacker hab in there. And that way I can still get through. That elevator is there. So I'm going to have like an elevator on either side plus then a staircase. I'm going to move the door to the vault over to the hacker hab. There we go. So we've got the wells are there. We'll put the elevator over there and we'll put the staircase in there. And that should be good. There's just the one entrance. Yeah. These should all be companionways. Okay, so then I have this armory. And I have the transporter room. So, what should I do with it? So I'll put the armory here. We already have enough vehicle stuff on the ship. I was actually looking to see if I could take this out and see if it would cover the... Yeah, it still covers the door. That's fine. I like that unit because it has all the benches in it. And you can't access the Hope X hangar when you're in space. I just realized I don't have a hospital or a jail. So here's a brig, but I'll probably want that on the other side. And then if I add a hospital, infirmary, I'll put the brig over here, and I'll put the infirmary over here. And I think that's it. Just one last touch. Here we go. Might need a little something for under here. I think all in all, it's good. Now, let's see if we can get the errors down. We did not get the teleporter room in. So, there is this spot right here. If I had a spot for this little tank, I could put it in there. So I'm going to put this right under here for now. Then we'll throw a door here. Put that back. Put that there, and then take the transporter room. Put it there. Now we got a cool transporter room up there. We can even put like a satellite dish pointing out. So it says I have unattached modules. There we go. Done. So the one stat that's standing out to me right now is the zero mobility stat. So We're gonna try doing this. Okay, now I have 2 mobility. Now I have 16. I wonder what the mobility stat is. Also, my crew is only at 5. Okay, I move these back like so. Apparently you're gonna have 6 of them. Which then gives me a 40, 150. Doesn't seem right, but... Oh, these are the A's, that's why. Yeah, I was looking for the C's. You really can only have 3 of them, I think. In fact, we might just move this all back. Like that. Right? Alright, I'm trying this. I've got my weight limit up, and I added another leg up in the front here, but I don't know if it's going to be in the way or not. Right here. We'll see. Yeah. So the question is, can the Daemog get out? Like, am I trapped in here, or can I drive through? I can drive through just fine. Barely. But enough that I'm not worried about it. I like it, actually. Looks like a gate. Get through here. Yeah. Yeah, alright. You can see the machines are working away in here, building up the cars.
Time to move on.
Okay. So there we've got the stairwell going up. And we're gonna go check out. Got the elevator here, all the way up to there. What do we got here? So this is the command center. So got a server room over here. There's Sarah. Go upstairs. There's the rest of the gang. There's a door up there. Okay. I need to get... How do you get up there?
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
Oh, that was for that. Alright. Okay, well, I do have a room back there. But I didn't know you can't access it. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll have to do something with that. There's no room over there, right? Yeah. Well, there's a bench here. Alright, cool. Well, there you go. There's that one. And then I guess we could see if this second floor. Just go up into the second floor. Again, stairwell, elevator. Right. Now I'm back out here. Cool. That's actually a pretty cool view. Coming in like that. Alright, well, let's go to the third floor. So the third floor, there was supposed to be a door there, but there isn't. So what's interesting about this one? So, okay, it goes way up there. Yeah, there's no door for up there, it's just the bottom two. Same with that back door. That doesn't actually do anything. Can't get access to it. Alright, well then this takes me back out to the landing bay, so that's the third floor of that. Oh wait, now I'm on the third floor. Got confused. Okay, yeah, I can go down into the landing bay. Over here we have the Rev 8 hangar. And over here is the brig. And off the Rev 8 hangar is the passageway. This goes outside to the spaceship. Then at the end of the hall is a bathroom. A nice big bathroom here. And over here we have a living quarters. And an elevator. So yeah. Back over to the living quarters.
It's good to be out and about. Well,
And we have that elevator. And then this section here is... So this is a computer room. And this is the industrial machine room area with the lounge. And what do we got off of this here? This is a bedroom area or a living quarters. And this is the shop. So the shop has... Thought it had a door going that way. I never did figure this one out. Said it requires a key to get in there. Something like that. Okay, so then I thought there was a door there. Isn't one there either. So maybe I got that one wrong too. Yeah, it's crazy. Like a cleaning area. And this opens up, you can see outside. The bottom of the ship there. Alright, well, let's go up in the elevator. Go to the second floor, or third. Since it wants me to skip straight to the third. My door open. Thought I changed that. There's the captain's quarters. And over here is the Hacker's Lounge. And you can get to the stairwell here, or the elevator. We're on the top floor, or second top floor. And over here we have entrance to the gal bank, but it shouldn't be there because it's right here. So I don't know why you can see through it there. So maybe there's a place stores yourself there. And here we should have Sarah's room. Right back here. So there is a floor that we missed. That was the cruise floor. So we have Andresia's room, Barrett's room. This is the maroon set, and then you have Sam's room and Cora's room. And you can keep going. You have the stairwells there, and then we have this nice big lounge area to live in and watch TV and everything. So because I can't access this here, I was jumping up to try to get in there and I couldn't get in there. And so I'm thinking I'm going to put the engine back here. Mainly because it looks cool. And I'm going to put the grav drive back there. And if you take the gas tank here, take that out and you put this in front and then put this there. Then everything fits. So the mistake I made up here was that this, you can only access it on either side. So you can use this entrance for something. But I was also thinking going and placing it down here as well. Let me just grab that. Be easier. I want to see if I can put a window down there. Oh no, it doesn't have an entrance. It only has the entrance on the top, and it says top and bottom on there, this one. There isn't one on that side. So I dropped 2 cargo into here. That makes it so that it's all attached. And I'm going to add another room up front. It's going to be a little all-in-one berth. So that'll be in there. But now I need more landing legs. I'll just delete this one. I'll bring that one forward. There we go. Got landing legs. Just basically going to play that game back here. Not affecting my mobility or my top speed, so we're good. So I'm not a fan of where Sarah's room is. So I'm going to go and switch this to the 4-story version for the elevator. I'm going to take Sarah's room. We're going to switch it to the one with the door on this side. And we'll just set it right in the top there. And then I have a replacement for up there, which is the gym. So I just put a gym there for now. If I ever want to switch it to have the docker up there, you can. Then that would make it quicker to get in and out of the ship to the over to the bridge. Okay, so back here up to the ship. We're starting out in the second floor because there isn't a floor down below, but what about up here? What did we end up doing? So we took that out. That's good. There's no doors over here. We do have 2 doors here. Back up to this level, and then I can go back out to the landing area. Let's go to the 3rd floor. Okay, so there's nothing there on the 3rd floor. I think is there shouldn't be. Okay, well, it's fine. Not meant to be there. And then over here we have the AMOG. Everything was good over here.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Not seeing any kind of weirdness. Got the infirmary. Threw me out. Everything's good there. Living quarters. Okay, and then we have the actual unit. Which it looks like laundry. Right? Like all fabrication and laundry. Okay, yeah, and this is the front. That little room. Down here. Captain's Master Key. Yeah, those are all the crew rooms. I think Sarah's room is now over here. Or that's upstairs. An issue with the gal bank, right? So yeah, there's Sarah's room. And then at the gal bank. And there should be something here. This is the one that was giving me a hassle before. Alright, good. That got figured out. Over here. My room. Then into the captain's fridge. And we have another little room up here. Very nice.
Ship's good. Buckle up and let's go.
Cool.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
All right. There it is. It's a ship. Big one. You can see inside the hull there. Well, what can we do to dress it up now that we've got the big ship? Pretty compact considering that those three huge pieces are inside the ship. I wonder what the other one would look like with the other units. Having the pool up in the front and then having the lounge in the back. Stick around and we'll figure it out. I'll go and make a video about it. Till then, like and subscribe and come back for more. Starfield, shipbuilding, action. Oh no, it landed weird. Almost blocked me out of this unit right here. It's like right on top of it. Well, I think that means that if I was to take this out, move them back, and then we could do fuel landing gear. I'll just throw some Deimos hulls in here instead of the cargo. I lost one of the legs. See if that made a difference. There we go. Back enough that I can get in and out of there. Barely though. Close. Big ships.